Gosh, I was told to come down here to get my cell phone.
Yeah, I'll go up with her to secure.
I just got off the phone with the dog.
One secured, 11:31.
Oh.
Yep. Roll up on your side.
Keys
You better hot search and get them up. All right, slide your feet in front of you. Stand up. Stand up.
So am I under arrest?
You are under arrest.
For
You have a warrant for your arrest. We'll explain your charges here in a second. Did you come here with anybody?
No, I just got off the phone with Sergeant.
That was me.
Okay, yeah, he told me I could get my phone.
Yes.
So you just lured me here to you.
Well, we have a warrant for your arrest.
Okay, so.
I'm going to throw gloves on and search real quick.
Okay.
I got those. I got some. Car 30, you can release traffic.
Airport is volume 1056, 1033 on channel 1, cancel 1033, 11:32.
Alright. Go take a seat.
You guys in here, though?
No. You guys can hang tight. Have a seat. Buddy's coming. And you're,
Hey, can you make 1025 with Buddy if you can? Let me know we're here. You should be in.
it should be. Thank you. So the lead investigator is Detective Buddy. He should be in here momentarily. I'm Detective Lopez, and this is Detective Turk. We're all obviously with the Winter Park Police Department, and you are in custody because of a warrant. If you have any further questions about that, you can ask that to Detective Buddy. Understood? No? Okay. not make that meeting today.
Your phone is now going like this. Yeah, I have one. So,
Oh my god. Now, you can't take my personal property.
I just did.
Okay. Are we really gonna do this? Okay. I literally did what y'all wanted to. Okay, do good. Take it.
Okay, thank you.
Take it. Take it. So, how much? Here, hold on. They're coming back. Maybe they'll talk to you now.
Can I talk to him to explain
Yes,
what's going on?
Here. He's wondering why his car is being left out in
Alright, so it's pending an investigation, sir.
Hello?
Hey,
What investigation?
it's just an investigation. So,
But that's
So
not
your phone?
reason to not...
your
That's
phone is now going into evidence. You cannot have it back.
under what grounds?
Yep. So,
Oh my god. Now, you can't take my personal property.
I just did.
Okay.
10-4.
Are we really gonna do this?
I already taken it.
Okay. I literally did what y'all wanted to. Okay, go ahead. Take it.
Okay, thank
Take
you.
it. Take it.
Thank you. That's up to you. Just keep it. You want to?
What's your badge number? I need a supervisor.
625.
The red Mustang. Let's get him out here.
There's nobody with a red Mustang.
Okay, this is your supervisor. Who do you answer to? This is wrong. It's
625
wrong.
is here.
I offered
You're
to
being
ride home.
listed at 1.
My grandfather's worried about his car. I'm not drunk.
Sir, you're free to leave at any time.
Well, call your supervisor. You have to.
I did. I'm just letting you know you're free to leave at any time.
Oh, I'm saying I want to talk to your supervisor.
Don't step up on me.
I-
I don't know you.
Well, you just took my phone and you don't know.
You gave me your phone.
I let you talk to my grandfather. I didn't say, yeah, you can have it under investigation.
You just told me I could have it. Right
Talk
whenever
to
you
my
were over there.
grandfather.
You said, okay, if you want to take it, correct?
No, I said, if you want to talk to my grandfather, talk to him. Look, if you want, like, his word is, he's the most honest guy I know.
Okay.
Like, if you want to, if the DA wants to prosecute this, let him. Be the messengers for it.
Prosecute
I have
what?
nothing to hide.
Prosecute what?
Your investigation.
Well, what am I investigating?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. You seem to know more than I know.
I guess I do.
More power to you.
It's unreal, right?
I don't want to block your way. You're free to leave at any time.
I'm waiting for the supervisor. I want to know why my 92-year-old grandfather is worried I get pulled up on 60 police officers. I just walk into the car. I'm not drunk.
I never said
I'm
you
not
were
slurring
drunk.
my. They were all asking if I could walk straight. And now we're making a scene.
43 hours.
Like, this just looks bad for everyone.
You're free to leave at any time.
I'm not leaving. This is
Well,
wrong.
That's up to you.
Okay.
I'm not blocking you.
Well, you took my phone when my grandfather wanted to talk to you. I didn't give it to you for an investigation. He wanted to talk to you, so I let him talk to you.
Well, I took it for an investigation once you gave it to him.
Go ahead. I paid for
Again,
that. Okay, go
you
ahead.
just told me I could, so I'm going to.
I told you could talk to my grandfather, not take my phone. Like, I don't know if you're fooling here.
I ain't
It's
fooling
ridiculous.
nobody. I'm doing my job. That's it.
Good job, alright.
It's my job.
I respect police officers, but this is just ridiculous. I've never been treated like this. I have no record at all. I don't know what you've heard or think you know, but it's just, I'm fine.
What you said just a second. I'll put the phone in my phone.
Hang tight. Okay, we're almost there. We got some paperwork.
Sounds good.
Never been in handcuffs. They're not comfortable.
Alright, I'm Detective Brady. You met Detective Lopez.
And you can head out. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Actually, if you don't mind, can I just borrow your body cam and just leave it on and set it right here? Thank you. Alright, sir. Again, my name's Detective Buddy. What's your full name, date of birth?
Don't you know already if I'm under arrest or not?
Well, yeah, but I
Yeah,
want to
my
make sure
ID.
who I'm talking
Yeah,
to.
my ID. Sean Spivey.
Sean Spivey. Okay, sir. Has it already been read?
It has not. And what is your date of birth, Mr. Spidey?
That's not my name.
Okay, what is it again? I apologize.
Don't you have my ID?
I do not have it in my possession at this moment.
Spivey.
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 Okay, Mr. Spivey, what is your date of birth?
06/28/1993.
Thank you so much.
Do you have a card on you?
I do.
All right, Mr. Spivey. Gonna read this to you. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? For each of these questions, I'll just need an affirmation, just yes or no, please. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one will be provided for you before questioning without charge. Do you understand?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
Coercion, you mean?
Yeah, has anybody promised you or threatened you to
No.
get you to talk to me?
I was told I'm coming down here to pick a cell phone up because you're done looking at it, and I was thrown on the ground and put in handcuffs for a warrant that I don't know anything about.
Okay, well, we can talk about that if you're willing to. You want to discuss that?
I'm under arrest for what?
I just need to, again, this is you understand how your rights work, correct? I've read those to you. Do you understand all those as I've read them to you?
Yes.
Okay, are you willing to discuss it with me?
No.
You don't want to? Okay.
Alrighty then. I'll hang tight if you want to go back there.
I mean, honestly, you're under arrest for like XYZ. Like, I don't know. Am I not being accused of something?
Wait for that detective to come back regarding
Okay.
that. But again, you have read your rights, so we're limited on what we can continue speaking about.
Is that how Mirandization works?
He does have some questions as regards to his charges.
Okay. Happy to talk about it with you.
Okay. I'm under arrest for.
Well, let's see, what I'm trying to think of all the charges. We can go through it, absolutely. You know what, easiest thing? So, shooting in an occupied dwelling, okay, aggravated stalking, discharging a firearm from a vehicle, and violation of an injunction, criminal mischief, over $1,000. We can go through each of those and explain how those charges came up. So, can you explain to me why you'd be charged with any of those?
Nope. Absolutely not. I can't explain that. How would I be able to explain that?
Do you want to talk about that, given your constitutional rights?
How could that help me talking about something?
I'm asking you,
That's-
would you
that's
like to?
okay.
No.
Okay,
No.
excuse me.
Okay.
Alright. You're gonna get,
Yeah, I'll get it, sir.
okay.
Like, I'm 30 years old and I've never been arrested in this, like, stalking and just shooting a dwelling. That's kind of silly to me. That's just my opinion. Especially after what happened last, like, with how y'all obtained my phone. That was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But, like, pretty much stole no warrant. Like, asked to talk to my wanted to know whose car it was that I was getting in. Asked to talk to my grandfather. 6 policemen standing around, all silent. As I said, yes, you're on speakerphone, you're talking to them. No one would talk. Then I started walking home to 7-Eleven. He comes back over to me when I'm on the phone with my grandfather explaining why his car is being left somewhere. And I said, okay, here's the cop. Do you want to talk to him and he can explain why your car is being left here? And he just immediately hangs up and says, it's mine now, it's evidence, and walks away. That sounds so fair to me. Obtaining evidence like that, then go back the next day and it's gone. come on. It's a little bit, suspect to me. But y'all do what you gotta do. It's your job. That's how police work. I've just never seen any police work like that. That's, I didn't know it worked like that. Also, the information that I have in my house, the receipt for the cell phone he took, I never gave him my ID, and he had all this information on it that was wrong address, wrong cell phone number. It just is ludicrous that, how would he know that? Some D-list crooked cops, if you ask me. It's just my opinion. There's no other explanation for, like, but whatever y'all think. That's not how you go about getting evidence for an investigation. That's stealing, and then, yeah. But what do I know? Also, on the receipt for the phone, it said, please sign at the bottom. That was ripped off. I never signed anything. It's like, it makes me lose faith in the Winter Park Police, seeing that stuff. It's not kosher. Absolutely wrong. Just my opinion. I didn't get a receipt for the car. My grandfather never got a warrant. It was taken from him. That's like running up on his house, taking it. Basically the same thing. I mean, it's taking it out of a public parking lot for evidence. Taking it from his house. What's the difference with not showing a warrant? Can you answer that?
You read your constitutional rights. You said you don't wish to talk to us, so I am unable to re-engage unless you would like to. Then by all means.
I just want an answer. I mean, if I, like, it's just, yeah, you can answer that. It's not, I don't expect an answer because it's not answerable. It's just ludicrous, in my opinion.
How are you, Sean?
How am I?
Yeah, I know, probably not the best, right?
I feel great. Awesome. I've never been put in handcuffs by police. My wrist hurt a little bit, but I can deal with it.
Okay. So obviously we spoke a little bit on the phone yesterday. We talked today.
Yeah, you've heard my whole side of what transpired. Like that night I left 310, with like 6 cops rolling up on me and like literally not being allowed to get in my car to go home.
Yeah, I knew we talked about that and how you were concerned about how
It was absolutely,
you had some concern that maybe the officers.
not maybe, there's no other explanation in my opinion. He wrote down information that he shouldn't have ever known. It is not true. Like, wrong address, wrong phone number, where it was supposed to be signed. On the bottom it said, please sign so-and-so. It was ripped off and I never signed anything.
Okay, and that was the property receipt
I
that
have
you
that
had
in my house. And then there was no receipt for the car. There was no warrant shown. He hung up on my grandfather after asking to see, like, he wanted to know whose car is it. Like, I'll call my grandfather. Like, my grandfather says, let me talk to the cop. He just grabs it, hangs up and says, it's mine now, and walks off. I'm like, alright, well, let me talk to your supervisor. This isn't right. Does that seem right to you? That doesn't seem right to me.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, when I talked to you the other day, I wanted to find out some more information about what was going on.
Sure.
And why they did what they did and everything like that. And there's two sides to every story.
Yes, exactly.
And the reason that we have you here is because we want your side of the story.
I gave that to you on the phone, and I said, you asked me if I swore. I would swear, yeah, that's my story. That's the truth. Like, 6 policemen, like, they said, okay, well then call your grandfather. I call him, and I'm like, you can talk, but Poppy, you're on speakerphone. All 6 or 5, however many cops were out there circled around me, they said they were all silent.
Okay.
And like, it's just, like,
Okay. So, I just want to clear something up. So obviously, the detectives have read your rights and everything. We just to know if you want to talk to us about all the incident with the officers and everything like that.
with how they obtained the information for the investigation.
Yes.
So I want to talk about that. That's all I have to say. It was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, it was illegal.
You have a lot of questions, and we,
I mean, I know the answers already, so
Okay,
I
look.
ask questions and I'll decide if I want to answer.
well, you have a lot of questions. We would like to talk to you about your concerns and your questions, but in order for us to continue doing so, I just want to gain clarification that you wish for us to, talk about that. Because initially you said no, so
I
it's
don't
totally
want
up
to
to
talk
you.
about it. Ask the question and I'll decide if I want to answer.
Okay. If that's what you're comfortable doing, you don't have to answer any questions.
I know.
You have that right. So,
Yeah, I know.
if there's a question you don't want to answer,
I
that's your right. Okay. So, let's go back to 310 the other night. You went to Park Avenue. You got back. The officers were at your car. Do you have any reason, like, why do you think they would want your car?
It's not my car, it's my grandfather's car, and I have no idea.
Okay.
Like why 6 cops would just randomly, like there was one cop in the parking lot I saw probably scoping people out to if they're drunk leaving a bar. I was not drunk. The bartender will attest to how many I had a meal and 2 drinks and a glass of water before I left. And I said, I'll do a sobriety test right now, but I wasn't even in the car. So and I said, am I detained or under arrest? And they said no. So I started walking to 7-Eleven, and then the same guy followed me to 7-Eleven, and while I'm on the phone with my grandfather, took the phone like he was going to explain himself, and then hung up on him and walked away and said, this is mine now. No warrant or nothing.
Okay.
That's it. That's like facts.
You said that it was your grandpa's car. Did you
It
drive your grandpa's car to Park Avenue?
Yes, he said,
Okay.
yeah. I was gone for like an hour and a half.
So you have permission to use
Yes.
grandpa's car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do you use grandpa's car regularly?
Not really. Like I'll go to the grocery store for them. Maybe the gas station. I'd like run my grandmother to the beauty parlor and to their nails and to the bank and doctor's appointments and stuff like that. But that's like, really it's just, I'm pretty much their errand boy. They're 92, 91.
Okay.
That's
You're
why
older.
they're old, yes.
Gotcha. Do you have a vehicle of your own?
Not at the moment.
Okay, understandable. It's hard. Payments and whatnot. You said you were at 310 and you only
The
had 2
restaurant.
drinks?
Yeah, an old fashioned and then a bourbon rocks, like a single. That's 2 drinks, and I had a salad with tuna, like the seared tuna. And the bartender's name's Kyle, the redhead. He gave me a big glass of water before I left. I'm 200 pounds. I know I'm not able to drive. And I offered to do the test, like a sobriety test. It says on my license, if you're driving, you have to. And I wasn't even driving. The guy had his arms crossed in front of the driver's door, like guarding the front seat, like for me not to get in. Like, and then asked me, do you know what year it is, who the president is? Like, I'm like, what? Yes. It was just like harassment. In my opinion, it seemed like harassment. And I don't know why.
Gotcha.
Okay, I mean, do y'all know why? Do you know something I don't?
So let me ask you a question. I know you live with grandma and grandpa, right?
Technically, I live with my mom, but I stay with my grandparents to help them out.
Okay.
My address says 2964 Northwood Boulevard. That's my mother's address in Winter Park. But lately, I've been staying with my grandparents. She was hard to get along with.
And what's that address? Your mom's hard to get along with?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your address for your grandparents?
They had 3220 Lakeshore Drive, and that's Orlando, Florida, 32803. Not what he wrote, R. Thomas.
Yeah, you said there was a mistake on there.
Yeah, I didn't even give him the ID, and how he...
All right. So can you tell me a little more? I'm just trying to get a little bit about your background, your family and relationship history.
Okay.
So do you have any other family in the area? Other than mom and grandparents?
Like way down by my uncle, way down by like Narcoosee. He has my little cousins.
Okay. Any other family or anything in Winter Park?
No.
Okay. Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay. When was your last relationship you've had?
Like exclusive relationship or just like a full one night kind of thing?
Whatever you got.
Oh god. I don't see how that's relevant.
Okay, like I said, I'm trying to get a background.
I've slept with 2 people since my last serious relationship.
Okay, and when was your last serious relationship?
I lived in Altamont probably 4 years ago about. You can look that up whenever I left Altamont. I'm sure that's on record. But whenever I left it, the address was, what was it, Lake Point Drive, 201 Lake Point Drive, Altamont Springs, like right by, yeah.
Okay. And how long was that relationship for?
Let's see. So 2000, I was at FSU 2 years of college. I graduated, so 2015 to about 4 or 5 years, 4.5 years probably.
Okay.
I'd say. I mean, yeah, about there.
Okay, and it was a female?
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta ask.
We gotta ask, we don't.
No judgment, no judgment.
And what was her name?
Elizabeth Mason.
Okay. And when was the last time you've spoken with her?
Not since I left Altamont. I was on drugs at the time, addicted to opiates. She took a video of me, like, super out of it, and called the police, or the ambulance, and showed it to the ambulance, and they marched and acted me. And I have not seen or talked to her since.
Okay.
And yeah, and I've talked to her dad. I apologized. I knocked on his door and said, I'm sorry I treated your daughter like that.
What's her dad's name?
Jason Cannon. I was like, I'm sorry I treated your daughter like that. And he's like, I forgive you. And like...
Yeah. When you say treated his daughter like that...
Like, I'm sorry I did. I was shooting at, like Dilaudid and, like, hard opiates while with her. I never, like, hit her or talked bad to her, except for when she showed that cop I was coming down off of opiates in the hospital, finding out that I'm going away for 3 days because she showed a video to the cops, so I cursed her out of a text message, but I've never, like, been emotionally abusive. No, I don't curse at women. Like, unless it's some... My mom's really good to get under my skin, but that's about it. And she's more like, she acts more like my grandparents really helped raise me. She acts more like my bigger sister.
Your mom acts like your bigger sister?
That's what that's, people, she's hard to get along with anymore. She's the only person that, like, I don't get in screaming matches.
Okay, so I just want to go back to Elizabeth real quick in the time that you overdosed, or you were using, you can't be mad at her she was looking out for your well-being, right?
I mean, I'm
assuming she wanted to make sure that you were okay.
There was a long video of that. It seemed kind of like, I don't know, it's just strange that if she was, why take a video like that if I was overdosing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see how this is relevant to my arrest, honestly.
Okay. What's her family dynamic like?
I don't know.
Okay, I know you mentioned the dad and that you talked to him and
know.
apologized.
I have no idea like, he said don't contact her. I haven't. I've listened to what he said when I knocked on his door.
So you followed his wishes?
Yes, completely.
All right, and when did you have that conversation with him?
Months ago.
Do you remember what ballpark?
Before Christmas. Like a month or so before Christmas, I knocked on his door and apologized.
Okay, and he came out?
Yeah, man. Yep, and so, yeah, I messed up. I was like, yeah, you're right. And he's like, I'm not mad. I'm like, yeah, I'm really sorry. He could barely look me in the eyes. I'm like, I don't know.
Did you encounter him again anytime after that time?
Physically?
At all?
Let's see. He called my phone accusing me of something, and I said I called him actually because I found this note in my room. Okay. I logged into a PayPal account and saw these transactions of like my friends and Elizabeth Mason came and she was my Mason, like with all these transactions. So I called him and I'm like, do you know anything about this? Because I don't want to go to the police and like accuse some of like the friends I've introduced her to and her like taking money like out of one of my old friends helped me start an LLC. And I've taken finance classes and accounting classes at FSU. I have a bachelor's degree. From what I saw on that account, it looked like something fraudulent. So I called Jason. He said, look, you motherfucker, I'll kick your ass, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day he calls and says, oh, well, what do I have to do to like make this right? Like it completely changed his tone.
When did this happen?
That was like a couple days ago.
Oh, so recently?
Recently, yes. Like about a week ago, I called about the PayPal thing, and he told me to fuck off pretty much. Like, you motherfucker, I'll kick your ass. And then, like, a few days later, calls me out, like, asks, like, what do I have to do to, like, he thinks I shot his house or something.
How do you gather that? Like,
What do you gather what? He said, what do I have to do to make you stop doing it like this? And I'm like, what makes you think it's me in the first place?
Doing what though?
Like he said, shoot his car, not his house. And for all I know, like, people I know could have done it for me. Like, without me even asking. Honestly, like, he has not been very...
So you're saying you called Jason about the PayPal fraud?
Yeah, what I suspected, because I didn't much want to run and jump to the police and accuse something. I was trying to be like, can you talk to her and like see like what the hell's going on with this? Because there's no reason. She's had like all my passwords and emails. Like I still can't even get into my main email that's linked to like portfolio accounts and all this, and like my whole Facebook. I haven't gone on Facebook in a while. My original PayPal account. It's like 12 years of my life kind of just were all in that email. And the person who made this LLC, like my car washing detailing business, he has the recovery password for it. And I go on PayPal and see like all them getting money off it. What it looks like to me is they could have opened a credit card And
Okay.
like I saw all these transactions, like it looked like they requested money, got the money, requested money, got the money, and it could have been under my tax ID from that LLC. But that's just speculation. I really don't know. So I called Jason to figure out, like,
Now, regarding this potential fraud, at one point you said her, and at one point you said him. So who is it that you think is accessing your account?
I don't know. It could be any one of them. Like someone has. I don't think Mason has the capacity or the wherewithal to be that like commit like steal money.
Okay.
I don't think she has the balls to like do that, or she's not that type of person. But the people, other people, I don't know. There's really no talent. She could be like, I don't know. Girls get. She might be really. Like, I haven't talked to her since that happened. So who knows? I don't know her anymore.
So
It's
you
been
guys
years.
talked about the PayPal thing a week ago, but then
It wasn't even a talk. It was like me saying, "Hey, I've seen this, this, and this." He said, "Look, motherfucker, I'll kick your ass if you call me again."
Okay. So after last week, you said a new conversation occurred this week. Can you tell
While
me?
I was working,
Okay.
the day of the 310 thing, I was doing a starter on a car. He called me in the middle of work, asking like, "What do we have to do?" I'm like, "I'm at work. I'll call you later." Like I don't know. I just kind of like didn't even register. Like I had my head in an engine bay. Like, and so I get home, want to fix a drink, and he's like, "Okay, I'm taking my daughters out to dinner." He kept calling me and calling me and calling me, and I'm like, "Okay, do that." And then I'm going out to dinner too. We'll talk after that if you want to do that. Then 6 cops come rolling up on me. That's it.
Okay, so Jason made this claim, said whatever, you shot at my house or whatever he said. When did he say that happened?
When I had my head in the engine bay. Like
When did he say the shooting?
He didn't say a thing. He just said, "What do I have to do to make this stop?" And I was like, "Dude, I have my hands covered in all the right." Like this is what I'm thinking. I have my hands covered and I'm like, "I'm at work. I'll call you after." That's all I said. Hung up. Like I didn't have time to. It was like my first day trying to do a mechanic job. I wasn't fast enough, so it didn't work out. So.
Okay.
Like I was occupied. I wasn't talking then, but I was willing to talk after. But then, by the time, I followed his direction. He said he was going out to dinner and call after. I said, "I'm going out to dinner and call after." Then when I walked to my car, these cops just like swarmed me.
So
what the hell?
How did your conversation end with him? Like when you were just talking to him for the night?
So you have my phone. The text messages are there. You saw?
Like I said, I just want to get.
I never talked to him. I said, I'll talk to you when I'm done with dinner. You're done with dinner. FaceTime. Like I don't trust him at all. I do not trust him.
What's the reason that you don't trust him?
I just have a feeling.
Okay. Has there been anything in the background?
Nothing I'm gonna
to
say.
have it distressed?
Nothing that I can prove.
Okay.
So there's no reason to say anything.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have a kind of rocky relationship after the incident with in Altamont, right?
It takes 2 to make an accident.
So when was the last time you were at their house?
I don't.
I'm just trying to get
At
the
their
time
house,
here.
on their property, like at their house, when I knocked on his door, so apologizing. Or no, actually, I left for Christmas. I brought him a bottle of scotch.
Did you
I
deliver that?
left it on his truck,
Okay.
on his truck windshield. And he said, "Don't come on my property again."
This Christmas that just passed?
This Christmas that just passed, I brought him a bottle of his red label to the photo on it, and he said, "Don't come on my property."
So if before Christmas he said, "Hey, I don't really want anything to do with you," why would you come back?
He didn't say that. He said you accepted my apology.
Okay, so he's got
He said, "Stay away from Mason." He accepted my apology, and he said, "Don't contact Mason." I said, "I don't," while I was walking away.
And you still don't contact Mason?
No.
So what is your desire to contact Jason? Like, what is your guys' relationship? Why would you want to continue contacting Jason when you dropped off that scotch for Christmas?
I was just trying to be nice.
Okay. Even though you've severed ties with his daughter, don't talk to his daughter. I mean, the daughter was the primary reason
it seems
you guys.
like, to me, in my opinion, I can't prove anything. It just seems like she had all of my passwords, and it seems like, I don't know, like there's just no, like I've had to use like 4 email accounts. Like, stuff just keeps.
Well, that wasn't my question. My question is,
why?
if Jason was a part of your life because of who you were dating, when you ceased dating her and stopped talking to her, why?
I think he was fucking.
Why
I think
continue talking to
he
Jason?
was fucking with me to be a dick, like, because of how I treated his daughter. Like, being just, I don't know, or indirectly him, I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
I really don't know.
But why would you continue, like, I know the gift was for good faith, you know, hey, here's a gift on Christmas, alcohol. We're talking about Christmas
Because
2022.
I don't know. That's honestly, it was kind of a joke.
Okay.
I knew he'd get mad over it, so I gave him like.
Okay, so you did it as like a jab.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, is it that bad? Giving someone giving someone a bottle of scotch is like, yeah. I mean.
And that's not illegal in any way. I'm just trying to understand why. So most people break up ties with family.
Yes, he said we're done with the Spiveys, and like from what I've seen, like he had there were people calling my phone, like fucking with me after like we broke up. Like who knows who that was? I don't know. Like just like I was being harassed after, and it seems like he's the only one in this town who has the money or resources to pull off that. Like I don't know. I'm not able to prove anything, so I'm not going to accuse him of anything. Period.
So you feel you've been harassed and you think he's behind it? You think, again, we can't prove that.
I mean, that's what makes sense to me, but I mean, I can live with it. It's nothing crazy.
What type of harassment?
It wouldn't make sense. I'm
all ears. I'm trying to understand.
I'm trying to understand too. It's bizarre. It truly is bizarre. The things that they can do with technology nowadays, and just connections with people to like it's.
So what are you experiencing that you think is harassment or retaliation?
I feel fine. I'm not experiencing anything. I'm just trying to get by and help my grandparents.
So you're sticking with the last time you were at their house was Christmas to drop off the bottle of Red Label, right? Is that
his brand?
Yeah. That's his favorite? That's his go-to? Yeah. Okay. Good.
So that's the last time you were on his property. Is there been any other times where you visited from the public roadway or a public sidewalk or nearby?
Not that I can remember.
Okay, so is there any reason that you would have been seen on the property or near the property anytime since Christmas when you dropped off that bottle of scotch?
No.
Do you have any business with that household?
Financial business? No.
Okay.
But there wouldn't be any reason that, I mean, you're talking about technology and the way things are now. You know, everybody has cameras now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a Ring camera for $60, next to nothing. So there wouldn't be any reason why a camera in the area would have captured you on the property recently.
If it did, whatever I did.
Would you have been there, yes or no? You know
I don't
doing.
know lately, I mean, would I?
We're trying to get your side of the story.
That's my side of the story has been told. The relevant parts have been told. Like if a camera caught me somewhere, it's not doing anything wrong.
You wouldn't have been doing anything wrong?
No.
Okay, but it's possible that the camera could have captured you in the area or on property?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you know? Why wouldn't you remember what
people look
you
like
do?
me? I've gone through it. Someone stole my wallet recently.
Mm-hmm.
I've had accounts like that. It's just how like cameras can they know it's me or not? Like it's
But I'm-
someone might look like me.
I'm
What do you
asking
mean?
you
No, the
if
answer
you've
is
been
no.
on their property. You would know where you yourself have been.
No.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. So you said you have no other family or anything in Winter Park, right?
My mom's in Winter Park. My
But-
grandparents are in Orlando.
Other than your
my
mom,
mom's in Orlando.
you don't have any other family in Winter Park?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
No.
Do you have any friends or anything in that area? Is there anybody else in the area of the Cannons where you may potentially Cannons? My apologies. Where you would drive through or drive to?
I mean, I go to that Walmart sometimes and pass by. Like, I go through a lot of back roads. You know, I mean, I drive my grandmother to Interrogation sometimes for luncheons. The golf course over there, kind of go on the way to Castleberry Golf Course.
Okay.
Do you know what street the Cannons live on?
It's like right by Phelps Park.
Okay.
I don't know the exact street.
Okay, but you know the house. You obviously
Yeah.
throughout your relationship with
Yes.
with the daughter and everything. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. Like that's okay.
We're open to listen.
3 of the 2 friends that I brought over there are dead now. Drug overdoses. It's just a coincidence, but it's just weird. I don't know. I'm not accusing him of anything. It's just this guy. He does not like me, and I do not like him. It's clear as day. Like we both don't like each other. But I just don't know why he'd say he accepted my apology, looks me in the eyes, said we're all good. Or clearly he's still just. I don't know. That's just how I feel. But I don't really know. That's just how I feel from what I've experienced.
Why not just let it go? If he looked you in the eye, said, hey, we're good, and then why not just cut ties? Why have his number?
Yeah, I don't have his number. I had to look it up on Google
Okay.
to get the thing about the PayPal thing. He even asked me how do you have this number? And I'm like I lost one cell phone, got stolen out of my room, and I had to get another iPhone recently. I Googled his number. He said, how do you even have this number? And I'm like, it was online.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that to you. I didn't say it was online, but I'm like, what? What do you mean? You can look up people's phone numbers online.
So you looked up his phone number?
She contacted me about the PayPal thing. Yeah, because I didn't want to just run off to the police and say, look what's happening. I was fraudulent without confronting him and asking, hey, if he could ask Mason, do you know anything about this? Because it looks pretty like all the transactions and everything. There's pictures on my phone of all that. Right? I'm sure y'all have seen. Have you seen them? I mean, you took my phone and looked through it. You saw those PayPal things, all the names on there, the transactions. It looks really just like.
When you looked his phone number up, did you then save it to your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the reasoning for that? Did you anticipate further communication with him?
No.
Okay. So why save his number?
He called me.
The week prior, you called him by looking his number up.
Yes.
At that time, you saved his number. Why did you?
Later, I don't remember when I saved his number.
Okay. So you don't know if it's when you looked it up or when he
His
called
tone
you?
changed so hard. Goes from calling me motherfucker and I'll kick your ass to calling me how can we settle this? How can we settle this? I'm blowing my phone up after just being a complete asshole to me, just trying to to being so cordial and level-headed, asking, and he just blew up on me, then went completely the other direction. I don't know. I don't see how this is going to change me from getting arrested. If I'm getting arrested, this is my side of the story, and there's really.
Has he threatened you ever? Has he ever threatened you in any way?
Yeah.
How has he threatened you?
And then, he does it at the very beginning, when we broke up, he said, you better not come near Mason, or you'll be lucky that I get there before, or you better be hoping that the police get there before I do, blah, blah, blah. And like, he said he'll kick my ass. I'm not really afraid of getting my ass kicked by Jason Cannon. Like, it's not really a big threat to me. You know, like I don't like see that as a threat. I mean, technically it is, but it's like, we've both been in fraternities, like, shit. It's fight, a fist fight, it's fist fight. It's not like you're gonna.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're covering everything here.
I mean, I don't think.
So, have you been in do you work? I know you said you had a job, you kind of lost it. Do you have a regular job or anything?
No, it's
Or regular
schedule.
schedule?
Car wash. Like, that's another thing. Like, I don't know if they showed this video to, like, they could have showed that video of me, like, just looking, like, it was so bad. I was like, my eyes rolled back. They could have showed that video, because I've had a hard time getting a job, and I have a college degree and everything. Like, they could have, for all I knew, like, just tarnished my reputation in this town. And I mean, I stopped working recently because my grandparents are so old, and they really do need my help. But I'm trying to move out of their house. It's like my uncles are pushing me to move out of their house. My mom wants me to help her invest in a house, and I've been trying to do that, but she's just so hard to deal with and like get along with.
Okay.
When you said you created an LLC,
Yes.
is that, what type of LLC is that? What type of work?
Car detailing.
Okay, car detailing.
Mm-hmm.
You said you recently were doing mechanic work.
Yeah.
Is that a separate LLC,
So,
or you?
that was an employment. I just, like, there was a guy who needed a mechanic, and I brought my tools, and I had never done it before, and he said, I was like, no, $20 an hour, and I'm like, if I'm not fast enough, or like can't keep up, I'm like,
So you were just kind of moonlighting with the mechanic, but your
I was just
LLC is
trying-
cleaning cars, detailing cars?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. But I mean, I've had like, I pretty much went broke last November trying to start it, leaving off this car wash, then that hurricane hit in November, and like all the marketing I passed out, just, like, I didn't get any calls. I used to do it when I went to Valencia. I used to make like $400 or $500 a week while going to school and working at a gas station.
Gotcha.
And I like spending more money on it this time. You're trying to make it start.
Yeah.
It's like, why does like, I don't know, it seems very weird that people think I'm someone that I'm not now.
So you mentioned, I mean, I see you're trying to work. You mentioned that you don't know, but potentially you feel like the video was shown to your last employer.
Not last employer, like anyone they want to. Like, I've seen how people look at me when I walk down the street. Like if they like, I don't know. It's not. It could be paranoia. It's not illegal to be paranoid. But I have to say, it's like I'm pretty perceptive, but I like to think I'm perceptive, but.
So you feel like people look at you some way and
I don't know.
potentially
Ever since we broke up, things have been different on that day for me.
Regarding the overdose that you experienced and she recorded, unfortunately, you're not going to get in any trouble. Do you continue to use substances till this day?
Not opiates.
Not opiates.
Never. That is like the worst.
How long have you been off of opiates?
Since after we broke up, I used for like another 6 months, and then finally I took Suboxone with Dr. Neil Koskin. You can check when I stopped getting that prescription. Oh, I guess I don't know if you can check or not. I stopped getting a prescription of Suboxone to get off of it.
Okay.
Like about 6 months, 8 months after we broke up.
Did you substitute anything in that place? Are you using any other substances?
Yes, but they're not scheduled.
Not scheduled?
Not scheduled.
And like I said, you're not on it, you don't have it, you're not in trouble for it. I'm just trying to see where kind of your lifestyle is right now.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make me like fly off the handle or anything.
What type of substances are you using?
I don't know. They're like it doesn't come up in a drug test.
Okay.
It's very strange.
It's fine. It's just you should at least be aware of what you're consuming and putting yourself through.
I've been so close to death so many times that I'm like, I honestly, like, that's, when it's my time to go. That's where I'm at.
All right, so I want to get back to the timeline a little bit. And
These handcuffs really have to stand there?
yeah, we're almost done.
And then we're 33?
We're gonna be finishing up. Yeah, we'll finish up in a couple minutes. We'll explain everything after that. You said this is your first time getting arrested, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk you through the process and make it as the best we can for you. So you said that we talked about how, you know, there's cameras everywhere right nowadays.
Yeah.
So and you can't provide an explanation for if you were seen somewhere in the area of the Cannon's house. So my question is, on July 6th at 3 a.m, do you have any recollection of where you were at that time?
Probably at home asleep, or at home listening to music.
Okay, and do you have anybody or anything that can confirm that?
I mean, at 3 a.m. being at my house.
Which house? You said you stayed with your grandparents?
I mean, no, I have no alibi at 3 a.m. on, what day would that be?
So July 6th, I believe, was a Thursday morning.
I don't know.
It was last Thursday.
What I'm worried about is, like, if how that guy acquired, like right when I was supposed to call Jason, he was blowing my phone up, and then 6 cops swarmed me. Like, right when I was supposed to make that phone call, like, who's to say, and he wrote down all that stuff, how would he have known that? What could he not put places to, like,
What's down all what stuff?
like the false address, the number I haven't had in 5 years, ripping off the bottom of the piece of paper I was supposed to sign the receipt for the phone. Like,
Was that phone number?
I haven't had that phone in 5 years, that number, how would he know that? It's just like, if he's gonna go that far to, like, and then, like, hang up on my grandfather, walk over and say mine, what's to say he's not just gonna, like, I don't know, falsify evidence? I would not, that's basically what he did on that piece of paper.
Okay.
Like, that's how, unless he has a good, like, explanation as how he knows that, like, I really...
So, Sean, we talked about that before, and I told you, we're gonna, you know, look into that and how everything is handled on that end. So, going back to July 6th at 3 a.m, you said that you were probably home sleeping.
I was home sleeping.
You're
certain? 100%. I don't go places at 3 a.m. unless I am out of cigarettes and I'm really craving a cigarette. I'll go to the gas station.
Okay, so there wouldn't be any reason that you'd be seen in the area on Phelps Avenue on July 6th at 3 a.m. There's no explanation for why you would have been seen there or captured on cameras.
Not that I can remember now.
Do you know, were your grandparents home that night?
They're home every night.
Okay, do they go out late or run any errands at nighttime? Yeah, just gotta ask.
Like,
Some people are spry.
My grandfather keeps his keys in his study. Like, doesn't just leave them out.
Gotcha. So he wouldn't be driving
Like,
around?
I have to ask when I use the car.
Okay, so you asked permission?
Yes.
Okay, but you don't think he'd be driving around at 3 a.m?
No.
Okay, alright.
All right. And then July 9th, the morning of July 9th at 12:45 in the morning. That would have been, I believe that was early Sunday morning, 12:45 Sunday morning. Do you know where you were at that time?
What time was Sunday morning?
12:45 in the morning.
Just after midnight.
So like
Saturday night into Sunday morning.
No. I mean, I may have gone out to dinner that night. Like, I go to 310 pretty late sometimes.
Okay.
I tried last night, their kitchen closes like early on some days. Then others, 310's like the only place I go to on Park Avenue.
Gotcha.
Other places are, I don't know. Kind of just,
Okay.
Would you have gone to 310 by yourself, or do you meet friends?
I go by myself and just sit at the bar.
Okay, so you wouldn't have met up with anybody that night?
No.
Is there a particular bartender you would have dealt with that night?
Mm-mm. Yeah, the night when Jason tried blowing my phone up, I said, if you want to talk in person, like the last time we talked, you called me motherfucker and you kicked my ass. Like, why should I talk on the phone with you? If you want to meet me somewhere, come to 310 or I'll bring someone with you. We'll look me in the eyes and we'll talk. Like if you're concerned. Like I wanted to look him in the eyes and talk. And I said, you will meet anywhere you want. Like you can bring everyone whoever you feel comfortable with, and we'll do what you want.
Okay, but that wasn't.
This Saturday.
Yeah, that wasn't Saturday night into Sunday morning. That was, I believe, the officers encountered you Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you have any recollection of where you were Sunday morning, early Sunday morning at 12:45?
Either at dinner or at home.
Okay, would there be any reason why you at that time?
I don't know.
On any cameras, any video, anything like
Same
that?
answer as the one before. I don't know.
Okay. So obviously, you know the officers took your car and everything, or your grandfather's car. Do you have any idea of what they would be looking for in that vehicle?
No.
Okay.
But I know that if that guy put all that information down there, he could have put anything. Like, cops don't act like that without when they get, like, it seems crooked as fuck. Super crooked. Like, he could have put anything in that fucking car. And I just said, like, this is a receipt from my phone, you're not gonna take the car, right? And he just walked away, and I'm like, alright. And then I looked at the supervisor, and I'm like, does this seem right to you? And she just wrote down your number on the back of a piece of paper, and that's when I called you.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it just seemed, like, super dirty. Like, bad, crooked police work. Like, straight up, like, that's not how you get evidence. It's not. In my opinion, like, that just doesn't, you don't steal people's shit and then call it, oh, that's evidence. Like, you
Okay,
don't
well,
know anything.
We can go around and around like that. We've already talked about
Okay.
that. I want to get past that part and stay on track here. So, obviously, they took the car. All right.
They said it
do
came
you,
in the morning.
okay. Do you own any firearms?
No.
Okay. You don't own any firearms?
No.
Does your grandfather own any firearms?
I think he has a 45, but I don't know where he keeps it.
Okay. That's the only firearm. Does he have any other firearms?
He's a doctor, and like, no, my uncle let him borrow it. He does not like firearms. No.
Okay. But there are firearms kept in his house.
One 45, to my knowledge.
And where does he keep that?
He doesn't let me know.
Okay.
Like,
does anybody else? Does Grandma have a gun?
And she has a baseball bat.
Okay. That's impressive.
I mean,
So there's only one gun in the house.
that I know of.
Okay. So would there be any reason that you would be in possession of a firearm or ammunition?
A reason?
Yes.
If I had a firearm or ammunition, it would be to protect myself and my grandparents.
Okay. And when was the last time you were in possession of a firearm or ammunition?
About last Christmas. Then I got rid of it.
And what type of firearm was that?
It was a 22.
Okay.
I was forced to get rid of it.
Was it a 22 handgun or a rifle or what was it?
A little, like, it was like a novelty revolver.
Okay.
Like, I was forced to get rid of it by the Orange County Sheriffs.
Okay. Why were you forced to give it up?
Because, God, you can look that up. I'm not answering it. Like,
Okay.
it's not relevant.
Okay.
If you want to find out, you can search.
And how many rounds would that hold at one time?
5. But it's so shitty, it, like, won't even rotate the revolver. It's like a piece of shit gun. It's so, like, it's like a novelty, like a Derringer, like it's really,
Okay.
yes.
But if you took it to the range or something, it would fire,
I mean,
it would work, it's functional.
yeah, I guess.
Okay.
You said Orange County took possession of it, or you said they forced you to get rid of it. How did you get rid of it?
They said I wasn't supposed to have any firearms, so I got rid of it.
How did you dispose of it? Or what did you sell it?
I voluntarily, my uncle came down, he is in Macon, Georgia. I gave him all my firearms. He asked to take them away from me. I gave them to him. His name is Sean Spivey. He used to be a lawyer. He bought it in Georgia though, and I volunteered. He said you don't have to give them to me, but I think you should give them to me, so I gave them to him.
Okay, and you never received them back from him?
He said in a year he'd think about giving them back to me.
Okay, and you haven't gone out and purchased any new firearms?
I've tried before all of this, like 2 years ago, and I forgot. I told the doctor one time I thought I was depressed, so he diagnosed me with depression just because, I think I'm depressed. Okay, here's your depression. And then I tried buying a gun because I've never had a problem buying a gun, and they denied me, and I'm like, it's like this happened way before anything, like 2 years ago about.
Okay.
Or like probably a year and a half, it was a while ago.
Since last Christmas, when you had the whole thing with Orange County, you gave your guns up. Since last Christmas till today, have you attempted to get any sort of firearm?
No.
Okay.
Because I know I can't. I mean, like, the background check just, it won't work.
Well, when I say attempted to get a firearm, I mean in, roundabout ways, or, yeah.
I have, like, barely any friends in town anymore.
Okay.
So, the 22 before you gave it to your uncle, you were staying with your grandparents still?
Yes.
Okay. So, did you have like a secure location where you were there?
Yeah, we were in my room, and I handed it right to him.
Okay.
I apparently took it back to Macon with him. He drove back to Macon, Georgia with him.
Okay. So, would there be any reason or any explanation as to why the officers would have recovered any 22 shell casings from within the vehicle that you were driving the other night after they took it from you?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying about this guy with that really freaks me out. It's a crooked, I don't know. I do not know.
Okay.
Like, it's the things that happen.
So, let me ask you this. Would it be a surprise to you that we found 22 shell casings in that vehicle?
I mean,
What would be your explanation? How would that gotten there?
I don't have an explanation. That car rarely gets cleaned. My grandfather treats it as a bumper car. Like, he's had an airplane his whole life, and he literally, every time he pulls in the garage, he bumps it. And like, when I used to work at Octopus, I'd clean it, but he just doesn't really, he bumps into everything, so I just don't really clean it anymore. So if there's shell casings in it, they're probably very old.
Okay, but you did work at a car wash.
A while ago, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, if I worked at a car wash, I would clean my car all the time.
I mean, you just go through the express lane.
Okay, but you had access to vacuums and everything like that, where you had the opportunity to clean it out on a regular basis, probably.
Yes.
Okay.
I just go through the express one you get a free $10 wash every week there.
That's all they give you? One wash?
It's a shitty it's $11 an hour, and it makes you not want to wake up every day. It's a horrible job.
Okay, and when did you stop working there?
Months ago, 3 or 4 months ago, I guess. I don't know. Like, the timeline, I don't know. I get worried about my family right now, and their safety.
So, I understand that, but, I want to know about these 22 casings that were in your car.
I can't explain that.
So, I mean, you used to have a 22, would Grandpa have had them in there for any reason?
No,
Grandma?
If they're there, they're old. Like, I mean,
Right.
How long have you lived with Grandma and Grandpa?
Since I broke up with, I've been back and forth between.
Your mom.
And, yeah.
Who would you say you stay with most often?
Probably lately my grandparents. I probably should change my ID to their what's it called? Their address. But I just haven't gotten around to it.
Okay. Gotcha. How often do you stay at mom's house?
Nowadays, like, probably once or twice a month recently. She's just, I can tell something's wrong. Like, I don't know. I feel like everyone's in my family getting stressed out, and it's not. If something's going on that I just don't understand, that's just how I feel.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're gonna get back to the timeline again here. So this morning, where were you this morning? At about 5:15 in the morning. You were home? Okay. And I noticed you had a different car. You have looks like a Nissan. Is that?
That's a rental car since our car was taken.
Okay, so that's a rental. When did you rent that?
I didn't rent it. My uncle and grandfather did.
Okay, when did they rent that? When did you guys pick that up?
I don't know. They did it like yesterday. We went one day without a car. The next day we got a car.
Okay. So you said you were home at about 5:15 this
If I'm
morning.
going to 33rd, I'm done talking. Honestly, I've told you all my side of the story. I don't see any point of going on anymore. Like, I'm done talking. Just, my hands hurt, my wrists hurt. Just take me to jail.
That's your opportunity. I told you, like I said,
That's it.
Okay.
Like, I have nothing, like, there's nothing more. If y'all think that, do what you gotta do. I mean, I can't make you believe me. Like, just, like, yeah, I told you what I told you. You have my answers. The timelines worked. As good as I can do it.
The only thing, and you have.
What more discrepancies are there? Like,
You've been cooperative, you've walked us through the timeline, you've helped us better understand your relationship, because that was what was kind of fuzzy, was what is the relationship? So you've filled
I
in a lot of those
have no
blanks.
towards the Canaans. It's just I'm trying to figure out why all of my cyber stuff is just getting fucked with so hard, and she's like had all my passwords and everything, and I don't know. It's just I don't understand what's.
Regarding the timeline, would you have left anything at their residence this morning? Any gifts, any packages?
A gift.
Why?
A gift?
Oh, I'm asking, would you have, or did you?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you know what you've
I'm
done?
pleading the fifth. Take me to jail. I'll get a lawyer and bail out. Like, y'all have had enough, all you need. Honestly, like, is it a crime to leave a package? If I did?
So,
I'm done talking. I just don't see how that's relevant to the shell case things, like a gift, like leaving a gift. What is that connected to shell casings?
well, we were getting there, but
Yeah.
you know, you keep making statements that you don't want to talk. We just need that clarification.
I don't have clarifications. How do I be able to give it to you?
We're trying to give that to you. We're trying to understand so we can explain to you.
So tell me.
Well, we have to make sure that you're willing to communicate with us.
Then
Communication goes both ways with us, okay?
okay.
So,
I don't know myself, so I can't make y'all know.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I bother you a second, sir?
yeah.
So I still can't take these off.
I'm sorry?
You still can't take this off. It's starting to get numb.
Oh, what I can do momentarily is check the tightness, but unfortunately they're not gonna be removed.
Okay. Well, can you check the tightness?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab a key, which I don't have on me, so we can check the tightness in a minute.
Let me take a look real quick. I'll check it out for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're a little snug. I'll loosen them up a little bit for you. Actually, let me take this off so I'm not dealing with all my 800 other keys on here.
Like a janitor.
Kind of. Try to get you a little bit more there. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on a second pair for you. Yeah, step out this way just a little bit, just so I have some more room to work.
That'll put less pressure on your shoulders.
Can you bring your shoulder back a little bit? There you go. Just keep your arm right where it's at, okay? Let me lock it for you so it doesn't tighten down. Let me check this one. Here, I'm gonna readjust this one for you too, because it's on backwards.
Yeah, that's what was.
All right, turn your hand like you're praying. All right, is that a little better for you?
Yes. All right. Thanks.
Oh.
Anything I do know about Jason, I'm not one to tell on people for things that,
Do we wanna?
like, it has nothing to, no.
Not exactly. But it's roundabout.
Okay.
Do we wanna clarify?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have, you have a lot of questions, and we would like to give you some answers. Obviously, we don't have all of them. That's why we're
Most of
talking.
my questions are rhetorical because they're so obvious about that guy who was standing blocking my way into that, like the time when I wanted.
Do you wanna hear what we have to say?
Sure.
Okay. In order for you to hear what we have to say, I need to confirm a few things.
Okay.
And what I need to confirm is that you would like to continue speaking with us, and to clarify if you do or do not want a lawyer.
I do want a lawyer.
Okay, all right. Well, in that case, then we can't continue
Okay.
talking to you. So, while we can't continue talking to you as far as questions go, I will let you know what's the next steps. So we are going to have a patrol officer make contact with you, and you are going to be transported to 33rd. That patrol officer is in possession of your property, which is your driver's license, some money, your car keys, as well as your
They're my
pamphlet.
grandfather's. But, I mean, I got that pamphlet off y'all's.
That's fine, that's yours.
But can y'all call my grandparents and, like, they're gonna be stranded at home without, and I thought I was gonna
You are an adult, it is,
I was told that I was coming down here to pick up my phone, and I'll be right back, so I was under, I'm an adult that was fed false information, now they're stranded at home. I mean,
your grandparents are stranded at home?
yes,
Okay.
my dad had to take me to the emergency room like 5 times in the past 5 months at least.
Okay, all right. Well, unfortunately,
Okay.
we have no quick fix for the vehicle right now. Like I said, the only thing I'm gonna be telling you is the procedure that's coming next, which is your property's with the patrol officer, you'll be transferred to 33rd, and then you'll be able to have first appearance or see what your bond is. All right? We'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
The postal worker?
I don't know. If we can just have one of them come and sit real quick.
Yeah, of course. Let me poke my head out. If not, I'll sit.
So just out of curiosity, why have not come and just had a warrant arrest me at my house instead of telling me about the safer here? Because now my grandparents are stuck without a car, and that's
That wasn't our choice to do certain things. So.
I know, not your problem.
I'm not saying not my problem, but they weren't my decisions and the choices that I made for that to happen. You know, we're, like she said, we're adults, so we have to,
Take the consequences, yeah.
yeah, you know, we have to, be responsible for our behaviors and what we do.
I hope that guy who wrote all that wrote down the cell phone and stuff. I hope he's responsible, because I doubt it's just like blatant. I mean, he's ripping the bottom where I was supposed to sign the receipt for taking my phone, like taking the phone in the first place to find out like why if I was supposed to have my grandfather's car, just hanging up and walking away with it. It's not cool. It's like that. That's not how you acquire evidence, in my opinion. That's dirty, very dirty.
Can I connect for a second?
Yep.
This is Spivey. My name is Lieutenant James. I work at this agency. I see they've heard your rights a couple times. You've been wishy-washy if you want to talk. The problem is I'm not going to have my detective staying here with you if you keep saying, I want a lawyer, but I want to talk. You can tell me, you can take a lawyer, you can not answer, it doesn't matter. But if you want to re-engage,
No.
okay, then we're done.
Yeah.
Go ahead and sit with them. Okay, whenever you're ready, bro.
Thank you.
Go out, Mrs. Spivey.
these? Any one of these?
No. Didn't realize cops lie so much to get what they want. Like some of us. I know some cops are good and some cops are not so good, but like blatantly lying to just take stuff for so-called evidence is like deliberately asking, yes, I like giving an order, me listening, and then just like okay, prove this, like let me talk to your grandfather after there's a car. And then just I hand him the phone, immediately hangs up on him. Thanks for the phone, there's no evidence. It's like, I didn't just hand that, you wanted to know, I let you talk on the phone and you just pretty much stole it for like, it's like, you didn't want to talk to him and see if it was you just wanted the phone to take. It's like a blatant lie to this bull, and like.
I'm actually not familiar with the incident because I honestly wasn't an officer. I wasn't there. I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest.
I mean, it's blatant crookedness. Like, there's no other way around that. There's blatant crookedness. Like not giving him my ID, and he filled out all this stuff. Like on my phone number, that was the wrong phone number that I had 5 years ago. With like 30, like at my grandparents' address in Orlando, but Winter Park. I didn't even give him my ID, and I was supposed to sign it for him to take my phone, and that was ripped off. I didn't sign anything. It's like, it's just like it's pure like extreme like just lying to get what he needed. I don't think that's how you're supposed to gather evidence. Like, okay, but what do I know?
I can imagine that's irritating, to say the least, right?
I mean, it may get thrown out in court. Like, if there's no, I've seen that happen before. Both my uncles are lawyers, and if you collect evidence like that, it's like, alright, you must know you're right then. You must 100% know you're right. When that's not the case. Always. Like when I leave in a bar, 6 cops swarm me, and like don't let like come in. Then I'm like not drunk. I had 2 drinks and.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The other night, 6 cops. Like I was walking back to my car across from the train station, and like 4 or 5, at least 5 or 6. There were all. There was an Asian guy, a white lady, a big white guy like you, a black lady. Like 4 cop cars just come swarming up and wouldn't let me get in my car. And I'm like, why? I'm not drunk or anything. And like, I was like, I'll do a sobriety test if you think. And they're like, no, you can't get in your car. Like, he's standing with his arms crossed. And I'm like, okay. And then I call my grandfather. He's like, how do I answer your car? And I'm like, I'll call my grandfather. It's his car. And I do. And I put him on speakerphone. And then I'm like, okay, Papa, you can talk. Like, so you can tell him I'm in your car. Every single one of them was silent. They wouldn't say anything. I was just like, and I'm like, okay, can I get my cigarettes out of the car for the walk home? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. Then I go to 7-Eleven, get cigarettes. I'm sitting down. I'm talking to my grandfather, why I can't get the car. Then the same cop comes up to me again, and like once, like he's like, oh, here he is again. Like, he's like, can I talk to your grandfather? I'm like, sure, yeah. He wants to know why I can't give him his car back. And then he gets it, just hangs up, and walks away with it. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Like, that's a little bitch move, if you ask me. Like, it's a bitch move. That's not, straight up. There's nothing funny about it. It's like, dude, you follow me, I listen to you, I walk home, and then you follow me, and then you lie, and then fucking, it is funny. It's like, wow, that's what you have to do to get evidence. You, like, alright. Yeah.
You live walking distance away though? So what's the
It was, I was by the science center, from Winter Park to the like across from the science center. It's not like, it's walking distance, but it's not like,
not a quick trip.
No. Yeah.
No, you didn't even have a phone to call an Uber, so you're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
And they're like, yeah, come back and get the car in the morning. And I come back and it's gone. For evidence. So it's like, no warrant was shown to my grandfather. It was taken. No warrant, like, he took it under my phone under false pretenses. I asked, he wanted my phone to confirm that I could use the car. And I could, I had permission to use a car that was registered to him. Then just takes it and doesn't, he just hangs up on it and walks away. Says, this is mine now. Like, sounded so catty. I need mine now. I was like, dude, you're fucking, oh my god.
You said they gave you a form though, right? Like a...
Yeah, it was filled out. I didn't give my ID. It was wrongly filled out, wrong address, wrong phone number, and the part that I was supposed to sign was ripped off. And I never signed anything. It was like some dirty ass shit. Like, it was like, does that seem right? I mean, I know y'all are all have to stick together and everything, but I mean, it makes y'all all look kind of, I'd be pissed at that guy. It makes the whole department look fucking bad, in my opinion. I don't have a problem with Winter Park Police. They're never giving me trouble, but that guy was a fucking prick. Like R. Thomas. Yeah. Great guy.
I don't know how much I can say for it because I don't know what was going on there. But
I mean, what I've said.
If it was ripped off, I don't know why the decided part was ripped off.
I never signed it. I mean, I don't know why I would know the information. All that, the phone number I had 5 years ago. I assume I live in Winter Park, but put my grandparents' address and all. Like, how would he know all that stuff without even me handing my ID? He could have looked at the plate, but that wouldn't explain the phone number and the address. And like, it's just he.
That might be the last information we knew about you on file. They just put it on.
I've never been in the Winter Park Police's system. Like, I got caught drinking beer in high school, like riding a bike in the Winter Park Pines, but it was never put in a system. I just got my parents called.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I wasn't there.
I mean,
I don't know what they used.
It's blatant crookedness, dude. And that's what it's blatant. Like, how else would he have known? Talking to someone. Yeah. That was not from the department.
You were in high school 5 years ago?
Winter Park, I graduated in 2012.
Oh man, you young people.
I'm 30.
Okay. I guess you didn't have much better.
Yeah, I mean,
I was all
I've
bored.
never been arrested, and 30 years old this is happening. It's like, okay, like, alright.
Well, I'm sure it was all a misunderstanding and we worked out in court.
I think so. I don't know if there's any misunderstanding. I mean, whatever happens, happens, but that's like extremely. I've just never seen or heard of any cops getting like that dirty for like to acquire what they want to find out. Like if that's what they're gonna do to get evidence, what won't they do to make it look like there's stuff that's it just doesn't look good, in my opinion. Does it always take this long to get driven off to 33rd? I've never even been to 33rd.
Honestly, I don't know what all they're doing. I was told to just come and hang out with you until they're ready to go. So I'm not sure what all's happening. You ever been at 33rd?
I've never been arrested.
Okay.
Yeah, I was got handcuffs that hurt your wrist, but it's like your shoulders after a while.
Yeah, it's not a full house.
It's not
Back there that far like that. Yeah, I get it. So that's why you're anxious to get down there so we can get this processed out of the way and get those cuffs off.
Yeah, I mean, my shoulders just hurt. I've been like, I'm like 10 years with no car accidents, and then like within the course of 4 months, like 3 car accidents all in a row.
Really?
Yeah, my back's like one of them I got T-boned running a red light, and their bags didn't even go off. It was like
You were running one of those?
I ran the red light.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I have 0 points on my license, but yeah, I got a ticket for that one. Is this allowed?
Is it good?
This is a play.
You can sit there and right there. That's fine. Don't flip in front though.
Okay, yeah, this is a lot better on my shoulders.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you're not reaching for something I don't know about.
No, I'm just trying.
Pat's feeling pretty good. Pretty sure you don't have anything behind your teeth.
I would not walk in that police station. That'd be really stupid. But I don't know how many guns were pointed at me today. How many guns was that? Like 5 or 6? But, how many dots are on me?
There's 2 dots. Those are from taser.
The green dots?
Yeah.
Those are tasers?
Yeah. Because we'd
So
rather
2
not have
tasers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Snoop fight, yeah. That was pretty, that was something. I'm gonna about to get my phone and I'm like, alright. Do Winter Park cops, like, they all have body cams on them at all times? Okay, so then they can see what he did, that guy.
Yeah, everything that night should have been recorded.
Oh, cool. Good. Good. I'd be pissed if that guy makes Solly all look bad when people do stupid, like, it's like, in my, I don't know, never had a problem with our police, and then, like, this guy just comes out of the woodworks being way prejudiced, like, it's like, no, I'm, like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's uncomfortable as fuck. Just... Can't even scratch my nose. I can't scratch my, yeah, I can't scratch my nose.
Well, it's the table if you want.
It's alright, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not that bad.
What's Volcom?
A Vulcan, it's like a surfing company?
Oh, it's surfing.
Surfing, make surfboards. Yeah. Well,
Are you a surfer?
I used to be, but gained a little weight. Sounds. I can still stand up, but I don't know. New swimmers. Don't try and go to the element too much anymore.
Is it hard to surf when you have more weight on you?
I mean, my board is like 6'7" or 6'9", and it's like, but yeah, I mean, standing up fine, yeah. So you can get like a really big board. That would make it easier, but
So the heavier you are, the bigger the board you need to get.
yeah, I mean, unless it's a big wave, but then you have to be pretty experienced. Like the shorter the board, it has to be like a big wave to get that, like to be able to stand up on it. Usually, and you have to. Yeah. Alternate. Is it possible to take my watch off so they're gonna take that off anyway? Or just leave it on until I get there?
At this point, we'll try to leave it on until we get there. And then we'll just put it in your property down the jail. I'm not gonna take the cuffs off right now.
Yeah. How long does it usually take to process and like push down everything? Like on a ballpark?
Well, with this, it shouldn't take more than, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes after we get down there. for me to at least get you in to start the processing.
Uh-huh.
Because when we get down there, I still have to write a quick report saying why I brought you in there
Okay.
on their system. That should hopefully not take more than 20 minutes, give or take. As far as you getting processed and getting bail and all that, I have no idea. It's different for each person. I have no idea what your bail is, if you get a bail.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be questions for them after you're processed.
Alright.
It should just be a quick, depending on traffic, somewhere around 20 minutes to get down there. Whenever we're planning to leave.
I hate that word time. It's so ghetto down there. Every time I go like that left turn on I-4.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what are they doing? Like, if I'm going to jail, like, is there really talking about it?
I have honestly no idea.
Like, is this typical? I mean, like, if I'm going under arrest, like, can't they talk about this when I'm gone? It's weird.
Like that, I don't know.
It's really, like, I'm under arrest, it seems like it's like,
It's likely they have some kind of paperwork in that they're handling before we go down. I have no idea. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I have that paperwork in my house, like that super crookedness. It's just disappointing to see, like I don't know who you talk to, but, like, most of it are, like, it's like, no, I'm guilty right off the bat, so exactly. Like, not letting me get in the car, like, he's like that, like, I don't know, he's like, whoa, back up. Like, there's 6 cops around, like, circled around me, like, for my safety. I'm like, come on, dude, I'm surrounded here, I'm just trying to get home. It was like 9:50, it wasn't like 2 in the morning or anything. 9:50. Like, if this goes to court, that definitely should be brought up of how he knew all that like, without getting my ID, a phone number I used for 5 years, where I was supposed to sign, I never signed, why he assumed my address when that was, like, half right, half wrong. Like, my grandparents' address was put Winter Park, and it's in Orlando. It's just...
You mean they wrote the street name down?
The street name down, it was correct. It was where I lived with my grandparents. But it's not even on my ID. Like, my ID said I was with my mom, but I was staying with my grandparents right now. And it's in Orlando. And yeah, he wrote Winter Parks 32789. It's like, and I didn't give my ID or anything. It didn't say that. Like, even if you ran the plates of the Honda, it would have said the right address, not Winter Park. And it's like, and then him taking the phone under, I just hope all that's on the camera, because that's really, and then saying, like, not giving me a receipt for the car being taken. That's like, I gave a receipt for the phone being taken, but they're like, yeah, come back and get the car in the morning. And I'm like, come back and get it, and it's just gone. Like, basically, it's like stealing for evidence, in my opinion. If not, I get a receipt for the phone, but not a receipt for that,
You never got anything for the car?
No. I came back the next morning and it was like dawn. And I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, you went back to the bus, to the train station?
Yeah, my mom had to drive me back to get his car, and like, yeah, it was just gone. Like, that doesn't seem right to me. I mean, shoot, that's not how you call it. Like, that's not it doesn't seem like, shouldn't like show a warrant of like, we have a right, a judge is approved to take this car and take your phone before you just go and do it, take it. I didn't offer that willingly.
I'm not sure if
This is all going to be brought up. I'm going to hope if the body cam footage won't lie. I mean, I'm straight up telling the truth here. I've never seen a cop blatantly act so just dickish. To me, anyways. I listen to cops. I've seen what happens when you don't listen to cops. Yes. I've seen plenty of people in real life what happens when you don't listen to cops.
You listened really well this morning.
Hmm?
You listened really well this morning downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna like run out the door. Nope. No, that's not really way around. It's really not funny, but I don't know. I laughing at serious things is satire.
Is that why you kind of had like this little smirk on your face?
Because it's so ridiculous. Like, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? I was supposed to come down here and get my phone. And you told me, like, the detective said, you can go to your phone now. And then I have guns pointed, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, Jesus, you think we're gonna, like, a shootout at my house if you came there? No. Like, I don't just, like, no. No. Ugh.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty freaky sight to see.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting down reading a pamphlet, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, how do people think I'm some sort of, like, mastermind? Jesus. Like, the way I was being sworn to part of the train station thing, like, it's like, I don't know who you think I am. Well, I'm like, karate master. They all, like, one was in front of me, two of them beside me, and then one over here, and then like awesome. All four corners. It was just.
Well, you're almost answering your own question, because we don't know you.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't know what you're capable
But
of.
that guy wrote down all the information like he did know me. It was really wrong. I mean, yeah, it's just.
Yeah, no matter that, we don't know your skills. We don't know we don't know if you have a particular set of skills that makes people like you dangerous people like us. You know what I mean?
I've never.
That was a movie quote.
Yeah. What movie was that from?
Well, that was Taken.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's why. That's why I don't know it. I'm not a fan of this movies.
Oh, it's so good.
Taking 1, 2, and 3. It's like,
Yeah,
how many times is she gonna get taken? Just like, how many times is enough? It's just kind of.
Just enjoy the ride, man. Those are the kind of movies you watch for the plot. You just enjoy it for the ride.
Yeah. Am I gonna go like sit in my regular clothes, or am I gonna like until like a processed bail? Or if I can't post bail, then they give me those clothes.
You go into their clothes after we get there. At the beat, that's the first of the beating process. Is they change you out of these clothes. You put in theirs, and then when you get bail, then they give you your clothes back to change back into.
Right.
But no, it's not an orange jumpsuit there. They don't wear the orange jumpsuit like you. It's like it's similar, but it's like blue color.
Still a mugshot's a fucking mugshot. Yeah.
Your mugshot's gonna be taken in these clothes.
Well, still.
Yeah.
Not cool. Such bullshit. Whatever happens.
Hello.
His property, the form, I don't have one up here, but
Like, say what?
his property form.
Okay.
So just make sure to give him one of those, or however you do down at the jail.
We'll do property before we start with cash.
Okay. There's cash. So,
Where's it go?
There's cash and like a few cards in there too. Yeah, like
and this whole packet for the jail.
All good to go?
Good to go?
Alright, try this way.
Alrighty.
Just have the stuff in there.
Fine.
That's all that way.
Gotcha.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Well,